Trying to get saved, baby, I am not the answer. No. I'm a man with a gift and I'm doing my shit like. Trying to get saved, baby, I am not the answer. No. I'm a man with a gift and I'm doing my shit like.
What's up? What's up, everybody? How's it going? Happy Sunday to you. Oh, thank you, KJ. Thank you. I don't know how to get back to it. Trying. There it is. Thank you. Thank you so very much. From the bottom of my heart and the bottom of all my subscriptions I have to pay. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. Happy New Year's to you too, and to Mr. Wayne. And I hope you guys had a good New Year. I hope everybody here had a good New Year. Hold on, I gotta fix my resolution on my camera. Already live, gotta be 720. Okay, all right. You know, that way we can make the camera struggle. The camera struggle is real. Anyways, so good to see you guys. Oh, let's see what y'all are saying up here in the. I'll never. One day I'll get it right. Just not today. Not today. Let's see. I'm all jacked up. Y'all, if y'all only knew what I was sitting on, I have this ottoman. You know, it's just a rectangular shape. And just my computer chair, just, I don't know. I always sit like with my crisscross applesauce. I used to call it Indian style, but that is no longer politically correct. So, not trying to offend anybody. So, crisscross applesauce. I sit with my legs folded. And so my chair would just turn by itself and I couldn't stop it. So I was like, oh, hell. Well, got this ottoman right here. And you know those, they're about this big, this tall or whatever. And you can put them on all four corners of your bed to, your bedpost or whatever to raise your bed. Well, hello. So that's what's holding up all four corners of this stool to make it taller, or this ottoman to make it taller. So it's really a big ass seat. But I permanently put the things on the other day, where I used some E6000 and some screws. That way I could move it. And anyway, so it's a little jacked up right now. And whatever. That's that. So now, welcome to my world of making things work. you know. So I want to see what you guys are saying, though. Sandra Massey Hicks says, please talk about why they keep changing the dates on the hearing conferences. Ah, right. I wish I even knew what was going on. Jason went on a hospital hiatus again. And I didn't really tell anybody. So he just came back today. I brought him to the hospital Friday morning at like 4 in the morning. I got back home and anyway, so it just was more to do with his esophageal, his throat stuff. And he has a narrowing in his esophagus, and every 3 to 6 months he has to go and get it stretched out. But it's a little weird, huh? I mean, it's weird to say it. Yeah, I had to go get my throat stretched. I'm just saying that's opening yourself up for a lot of jokes. If you have a dirty mind like I do. But anyways, so he's home and he's actually like, when I picked him up, I was like, oh God, he looks really good and happy and energetic. Oh, plus and he don't tell me things right away. He tells me and he's like, oh yeah, remember babe? And I'm like, no. But he's one day last week he was mowing the grass, a riding lawnmower, and so but it's still something that he really likes to do. And I mean, he's on a riding mower, and since his stroke and everything, I'm just like, calm down, because he exerts himself very easily, and he's hard-headed. So so am I. So whatever. But he tripped over a tree. We have the tree stump roots or whatever. After the hurricane, they came and cut the tree. We just burned it last weekend during New Year's, for New Year's. And well, anyways, he tripped over a tree stump, tree root, whatever. They come out of the ground. And he landed. I said, well, did you like have to break your fall or anything? Like, sometimes you can hurt your wrist and stuff whenever you brace. He was like, nope. He said, straight up just landed on my knees. I said, well, God will bring you where you need to be. He will bring you to pray, right? Anyway, so we laughed. But so that's fine. That's he's doing good. That's the moral of the story. And that's the good part. Right. Okay, let's see. Lamisa, good to see you. As long as she fries, I'm good. But I know it must be so hard for the fam. Things always up in the air, so triggering, anxiety inducing, and stressful. It's kind of the norm, if that's what we're talking about. My family has the same throat problems. Oh. Oh, wow. So it's pretty common. I mean, just right here in the comments. Jojo says, I've heard of that before. My dad had to do it. Science is amazing. Thank goodness for good doctors. That, yes. Thank God. Jason has been through so much, right? Yes, Carrie. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Beach Bum. Oh, Lord. Jason, you got to quit scaring us. A guy I know had to do that too. That's nuts. Prayers for Jason, says KJ. Thank you. Oh no, I hope he's feeling better. I have asthma and that's no fun not to breathe. That, I don't know how y'all do it. Just me with the weight gain and all I mean, I listen to, whenever I go back to kind of either make a short or something out of my live streams or whatever, just kind of create more content. Anyways, I listen to myself and I'm like, good God, you can't freaking breathe, old heifer. I'm just saying. And I mean, it's like I'm a mouth breather now, and it's just never used to be. Oh, no, it's not naturally straight, girl. It's called a straightener. That's why I have, these little fry things right here, Anyways. Thank you though. I have hair that wigs out. It's like it has a lot of body. Like I have my mom's hair in a way. Um it's just I don't know whether it wants to be curly or if it wants to be straight. So it kind of just does both. It does whatever it wants to do. If it's humid outside, there's no sense in even trying to fight it. I usually either put it in a, now I can put it back in a bun again, which I wasn't able to do for a very long time because I cut it off right before I went to Boise. But it's growing fast, and now I'm just not happy with the color, But hey, Todd Hudat Clement, it's time to smoke them if you got them. Just kidding. That one already went out. But Jody Domingue, how are you doing? I know. I've looked at the gamer chairs and I'm just like, man, I'm 45 freaking years old. Can you see me with a big old gamer chair? I mean, they got them where they recline. I mean, which would be great. Just saying. They look really cool, but oh yeah, I don't know. I just feel old. Like yeah. Lamisa says, I saw that the state pushed through the AZ case as a complex, so dates have all been vacated and will be changed. I'm sorry. I don't even know, because Jason hadn't been here to like translate that for me, so I don't even know what it means. Y'all know I'm not. I'm I'm like, what? Now, I mean, I know that like if the I mean, basically, we can't have two. I would prefer if we don't have two trials at the same time. So if that's what happened, then the dates have been vacated. Then that means they're going to push it back, correct? I mean, not only that, but you got to think about the witnesses. They're going to pretty much testify. Is some of them, will testify in Arizona as well, right? Am I right? Or do I have that right? They moved Lori to August 2023. My Uncle Charles's birthday was August 17th. Wonder if they have a date picked out. Thank you, Donna. Okay. Jason just now getting back from Walmart. I'm glad I didn't go. I wanted to, but I didn't know what to do for today. It's not that there's nothing to cover. I'm just like, I don't know. Because it's just pretty much whatever off the cuff anyways. But I usually have some sort of an idea, but it's like I've been in a twilight zone or whatever because he's been gone. So I've been like cleaning, like I took the tree down and then the ceilings, the walls, like I wiped them. I don't know. I don't know where this energy has come from, but I'm not trying to question it either. So I was just kind of, and I slept a lot too. Not like depressed sleep, but just like I don't know. It's weird. And nighttime, sleeping at night. What the hell is that? No, I'm not. Girl, I'm going to go backstage and kick your ass. Just kidding. Girl, no. Holy shit. Wow, no. I'd have to get me a gamer chair then. Oh my God. Yeah, I guess I could go through the documents for those who has it. I don't know where they're at though. I'm sure Donna sent them to me. I know Donna did. Let me go. Let me open my email. Let's see. Here, I'll play this. That way you don't have to watch me with my mouth open. Okay. All right. So let me look for those. Okay. Stand by. Okay. Donna. Got it. Okay. Wait, this is new filing for Chad and 2 for Arizona, Lori. I'm assuming that's what I need. Okay, let me just open it. Okay. I ain't trying to express myself with emojis, damn. I don't know why that came up. But anyways, let's see. Let me open this. Huh? Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm talking to myself and to my computer. That's what I do. All right, let me open that one. And this one. All right. Hold, please. Oh, I didn't mean to hit a question mark. Okay. Huh. Why did I have to download them? I don't, so dumb. Date created. Let's try that. Okay. Yes. All right. Let's see. We will read. Come on. Oh, my. Okay. I'm going to have to share my window. So this will be fun. Remember that one time? Yeah. Hold on. Let me open this one up while I'm at it. And this one. Oh. And this one too. While I'm at it. So I don't have to be doing any other weird acrobats. Okay. So I'm going to take this off. Trying to. Why won't it stop? Huh. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong thing. That's why. Okay. All right. Thank y'all for being so damn patient. Appreciate it. Oh, wait. I got to share my window. Okay, this will be fun. Where's it at? I'm not sure if this is where I need. Well, we'll try. Let's try. Oh, no, that's not it. Hold on. Because it opened up in Adobe instead of opening up on another Google tab. I wonder if I can do this. Let's see. Hold on. Y'all are helping me learn, and you guys are awesome. Let's see if I can open this in a window. Okay. I don't know. All right, let me just minimize that. Present. Share screen. Window. To the walls. To the sweat drop down my. Okay. I think this will work. Did this work? Let me know if it didn't work, Donna. Or, you don't only let me know if it's not working. So this was courtesy of Donna. And so I so appreciate her for always being on top of things too. Let's see. This is, and so it's a whole new system here, right? The court papers look different. We don't know where to get them from. It's different in Arizona. So it's just a matter of acclimating ourselves. But so this was filed on January 4th, 2024, Superior Court of Arizona, Maricopa County, CR 2022-001242-001 DT, and then CR 2021 001704-001 DT. Now, whenever I worked in the courthouse, I worked in the civil, I worked for the city of Lake Charles, and whatever year it is what, that's how our filing system works. So this would be in 2022. This would be in 2021, whatever it is. Anyways, Honorable Monica Garfinkel, clerk of the court, D. Van Horn, I guess, deputy, state of Arizona versus Lori Vallow. Well, I'm just saying this says 001. Okay, I don't know why. This is from Trina Janelle K. She's the prosecuting attorney. Keith Terry. I don't know what all that means. Anyways, all right. Complex case order. The court has reviewed and considered the state's motion for complex case designation. Complex case. It is ordered granting the state's motion for complex case designation for the following reasons. The nature of the charges is the reason. Okay. All right. Thank you. Oh my God. This freaking miss. All right. The hell? Okay. Did I skip something or it just goes? That's weird. Okay. I see. Scheduling conference and joint case management plan. Okay. It is further ordered vacating the comprehensive pretrial conference and resetting the matter as a complex case scheduling conference on 02/21/2024 at 8:30 a.m. before Judge Bersky. Okay. Also need, oh, what the hell? Stop. I don't ever come in here. So that, okay, we'll copy and paste that somewhere later. All right. So no less than January 3rd, 2024, no less than 2 working days before the first scheduling conference, the state and defendant shall file a joint case management plan, okay, expressly addressing the following issues. So number 1, God, they have 16, okay. Proposed trial date, the length of trial and number of witnesses, final trial management conference date. Number 4 is the brief summary of alleged facts. 5 is discovery production schedule. 6 is witness interview schedule. 7 is list of motions needing evidentiary hearing, the length of the hearing. 8 is schedule for filing motions, responses, and replies. Number 9, schedule for motions in Lemony. I'm sorry, Lemony. Snickets. Just kidding. All right, number 10, expert witness issues, which is dates for defense to disclose experts and opinions, if different date than called for in Rule 15. Number 11 is special investigative needs. 12 is the general status of plea negotiations. 13, plea cutoff date. Oh, that's an important one. Let's see. 14 is settlement conference date. 15, interpretation, translation. Oh, translated beings. Just joking. All right. And transcription needs. Number 16 is schedule of regular case management conferences. At the scheduling conference, the court will set a case management conference schedule. The schedule to create a schedule. Let's see. Case management conferences will be presumptively set every 45 to 60 days or more or less frequently as circumstances dictate. I can't see past that. The lawyers who will try the case and the defendant shall attend each case. I'm sorry, let's wait. Okay. The lawyers who will try the case and the defendant shall attend each case management conference unless previously excused by the court. The purpose of the case management conference will be to review pretrial preparation to date, resolve issues, and schedule activities to be accomplished before the next case management conference. I'm just trying to read the whole damn thing. All right. Because like, if I do that, then it goes to the next page. So it's kind of dumb.
Kresha?
Yeah.
On the next page, I mean, some of that is kind of lawyer-y looking, but if you'll go to the next page, go on. If you'll look down in there, it says it is ordered vacating the final trial management, blah, 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 blah. And then it says it is ordered vacating the trial assignment of 4/04/2024. What does it say there?
Okay, it says it is ordered vacating trial. Oh my God! It is ordered. It is ordered vacating trial assignment on 4/4/2024 and resetting same for 8/1/2024 at 9 a.m. before the master calendar assignment judge. Damn. The trial assignment hearing is in person for all lawyers and defendants. The parties should contact the trial assignment division prior to the trial assignment date to request to appear virtually. The purpose of the hearing is to set dates for 1, the trial procedure conference, and 2, the jury selection date. That's just different language. It's such a different language. You know, it's okay. What does that mean? Again, if Jason were, if he were sitting down and like actually listening and reading, he'd be able to tell me, but he's not. All self-represented litigants shall appear in person at the trial assignment date unless otherwise ordered. All in custody defendants shall be transported unless otherwise ordered. Should the trial assignment judge, that is such a weird title, approve a virtual appearance, the assignment judge's division will email parties instructions and a link to join the Court Connect video conference. For more information, visit Superior Court. A hearing participant can also join by telephone by dialing 917. Oh, kind of like how they did with this is what it's reminding me of, is whenever Melanie Boudreaux and Brandon Boudreaux, you could like listen to the hearing. I don't know if that's the same thing. Let me know if y'all think, or if y'all know what the hell that means. And so you enter an access code of this right here. It says, if a virtual appearance has been approved, counsel of record and defendants are ordered to appear via video conference with their webcams enabled. Oh, the new last day. What does that even mean? New last day. It's weird. 9/2/2024. It is further ordered affirming prior custody orders. Whatever. It's weird. Okay, that's that one. Okay, I'm gonna try and read this one better. Okay. All right. Let me zoom in. So this again, this one was filed on 12/28. December 20th, 2023, and it's CR 2022-001242-001 DT. I don't know why it's shaking. Anyways, yeah, it's weird. It's jumping around. Okay, and Honorable Monica Garfinkel, Clerk of Court, State of Arizona versus Lori Vallow order. The court has reviewed and considered the state's motion for protective order for reasons as set forth in the motion and good cause appearing. It is ordered that defense counsel restrict dissemination of the protected information contained within Charles Vallow iCloud account, Charles Vallow Google records, Charles Vallow Verizon records, Charles Vallow cell phone download, Charles Vallow device downloads, Apple iPad Pro, Apple MacBook Air, Amazon Kindle. It is further ordered that defense counsel limit disclosure to counsel staff and designated investigator and inform any person that is given access to the evidence of the restriction pursuant to this order. Under no circumstances is the defendant to be given access to any of the personal identifying or locating information of the victims contained within, all in accordance with the formal written order signed by the court on 12/18/23 and entered by the clerk on 12/19/2023. Okay. I mean, she already dug through the damn thing. They should have grabbed it a long time ago. Like the day that she jacked it. The day he was murdered. Now, this is for Chad. And this was from January. This is from January 4th, 2024. Lindsay Blake, let's see. In the district court of the 7th Judicial District of the state of Idaho, in and for the county of Fremont. So this is just Fremont. Okay. State of Idaho versus Chad Guy Daybell and CR 22-211623. Order on stipulation to seal subpoenas. Subpoenas is such a weird word. All right, it says based on the stipulation of the parties, Idaho Criminal Rule 17 and Idaho Administrative Rule 32 and good cause appearing, it is hereby ordered that the subpoenas will be issued and entered under seal in compliance with the Idaho criminal rules and to ensure the parties' right to a fair trial. What the hell does that even mean? It is so ordered. 1/3/2024, 10:43 a.m. Okay, I hereby certify that it's a true copy of the foregoing order sealing discovery. Discovery? Oh, shit. Was on this day of 1/4/2024 was served on the following parties. So it went to Fremont County, Madison, and John Pryor. Okay, so I don't even know what the hell. I don't even know what that means. Order on stipulation to seal subpoenas, but then it says, what about discovery? Wait. I hereby certify that it's a true copy and true and correct copy of the foregoing order sealing discovery. Huh. Interesting. Don't you say? Oh. Oh, okay. I'm like, where did I go? Okay, because I'm not used to sharing my whole window. I don't know. Again, I'm not very good at interpreting what the hell all that means. I wish I was. Formality. Is it discovery though? Oh, I hit the wrong one. Is it discovery or is it a subpoena? And whose subpoena is it? I don't know. It's above my pay grade. Let's see. I want Melanice and Zuzu's ass, right? I do too. On that stand under oath, she's been under oath a couple times. Doesn't really matter to her. She doesn't care. Unless it affects Melanie Gibb, unless it would make her answer to, her neglect, her participation, they really don't too much give a shit. And it's really aggravating. It really is. I mean, she raised her hand to the square. I just say that because they're like, raise your hand. I'm like, no. Doesn't mean the same thing for them. But it just, yeah, she promises to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help her God. But they twist it so much so that it's technical, and it sucks because you was it last week whenever I talked, or we went over, actually, I gotta turn this loud ass fan off. It's annoying the shit out of me. I don't even know how I turn it back on besides me doing it. All right, it's like a oh my gosh. Okay, so last week, or I think it was Thursday, we had talked I had shared some of testimony from Melanie Gibb on the stand at Lori's trial, some of her at Chad's preliminary hearing, some of her on their come to Jesus meeting, or whatever, that podcast between her, Chad, Melanie Gibb, Chad, and Lori. And then there's another podcast that I did. I finally found it, where she's it's just her and Lori. It's about 5.5 minutes of her and Lori. This was like within days of Tylee being murdered. It's so interesting. And there's another podcast that Chad did with Paul Pulsifier. I don't know how to really say his last name. Pulsifier. I don't know. But his wife died. Isn't that something? Right there in the same window. Just saying. Tom Harrison has a wife that died. Something about a mission. I was like, well, this is really weird. I got the aqua glasses and blonde hair. It was for the trial and a birthday fit. Oh yeah, the glasses, right? Larry has all the pairs that Robinette had sent with I mean, it was just the sweetest and most thoughtful gift, really. She sent I don't have it, it's in my room, a little box and it's full of 100 corny jokes or whatever because my Uncle Charles told corny jokes. I like corny jokes. I appreciate them. They're funny or punny, depending. But and then in the card, she would wrap like $10 bill or a couple dollars or $5 or just ever so often and be like, here, don't forget to love yourself or, here, go treat yourself to a burger. And it was just very thoughtful and sweet. But she also sent some of those Lori glasses, right? And so Larry had, we had them on. We did have them on at her sentencing. And so when we walked out of the the Ada County courthouse after Lori was found guilty, and you can see the pair hanging from, Larry's shirt right there. Yeah, it was very sweet of her. It was just it was just sweet. Yeah. I found I go through the little notes every now and then and I'm like, oh, yes, 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 it does. I do believe. Doesn't conspiracy carry the same penalty as the crime the conspiracy planned? Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing as first degree or same thing as murder. It's the same in both states. So for what it's worth. Oh yeah, that uh oh girl, it was back in May. We're gonna looking forward to a whole another birthday in May. May 3rd, the day before Tammy's. I'll be 46. Oh my god, what the hell? It's crazy. Oh, aka the cat lady, trust but document says thank you so much for the gift of membership. And that is thank you so very much. Aka the cat lady. You're a sweetheart, by the way. um I think I need to go back and we just need to text each other because I suck at emails just as much as you said that you do. It's not one of my um I don't even know how to do things with emails. I'm a texter. Squeaky Will says, NF Mom, yeah, I know. I'm just trying to stay upbeat and hopeful. Oh, what's going on? I hope you do. Um, no DP for the charges Lori is facing in Arizona. She's charged with conspiracy in both cases, so death penalty doesn't apply. I mean, it's different for every single person. I never thought that I would even have to be in a situation where I'd be weighing these options, right? What's better? Do I want my family's killers to be put to death? Part of me, a small part of me does. But then the other part of me is like, well, I'd rather them have to live every damn day with with what they did. Whatever that looks like for a murderer, a serial killer, wiping out your own family, for not just any sex, but sex with Chad. I mean, for Christ's sake, oh my God. When we think we have it bad, just know that you don't have to roll over and wake up next to Chad or Lori. Just be glad you wake up, period. Anyways, I'm just trying to make everybody laugh. Yeah. I know. I left you my number and then I think you left me yours. So it's just a matter of putting it into my phone and actually doing it. Yes. Fancy Nancy Bergbauer says, yes, thanks for the membership for me too. No DP for the conspiracy. I want her to I just want her to face. It's time for her to Brandon to be in there. It's time for her to have to listen and look at the things that, she did to my uncle, her husband, her former husband, whatever. It's just there's something about, and this is something that I was not expecting, was whenever, there's the kids, Tylee and JJ, in Idaho. There's Tammy. And then, I don't know if I was just used to it or had already just, I don't know. But whenever they extradited her to Arizona, something just reignited under my ass about my anger towards her with my uncle. I don't know if it's just like I had to compartmentalize them because they keep them separate. So, you know, but it was just like, oh yeah, bitch. Sorry for my French, but I mean, it is what it is. She is what she is, and she did what she did, and I know, and God knows what she did. She knows too. So that's how I feel too. Let them live in a jail cell, prison cell for the rest of their days. Having to worry about if some wench is gonna like come wax your ass because you done, gypped her on some ramen noodles or something or whatever. Just know and live there with yourself, knowing that you can't be with Chatty Daddy, which nobody freaking wants to be, but maybe her. I don't know. Just live with the fact that she probably has to become what she hated, and she degraded people who were gay. Okay, well, if she's going to be wanting an 11, she sure is going to have to, you know, she's going to have to either just be celibate for the first time in her freaking life, or, you know, play for the same team. And so it's like, karma, because you're a hateful freaking wannabe religious zealot who's far from religious or far from following Christ or being like Christ or anything. Just, anyways, I bet if she did, she always says that she met Christ. I bet he slapped the shit out of her. I'm just saying, that's my vision. Anyways, if not, I wish he would, but that's not my Christ either. Yeah, she did. No, yeah, you told me KJ told me you were like, Crush, you need to go back and rewatch because I played it live. I streamed it live, and it's like a 6.5, whatever, hour long video that I can't monetize because I played, Eyes Without a Face. I mean, yeah, Eyes, not, yeah, Billy Idol, the song that, would play over and over and over again in my head. Um, I always just think of it as like, I know a lot of people don't believe in this stuff, but I do, only because it happened. And that wasn't the only thing that happened, but this was just another one of those just really big things that are significant, is that song and a couple others that were very significant that I had never heard before. Sometimes I was just like, what? Texas? Or just some songs or I knew the song but didn't know the lyrics, and then when I looked them up or looked up the video, I was just like, oh my god. Wow, sometimes these things happen, and sometimes they talk to you through song, or and it would just replay in my head over and over and over again. It was doing it actually. That song came into my head earlier, and I was like, well, that's weird. It hadn't been a very pressing thing. But anyways, KJ told me, I think the day that it happened, that her sentencing, she was like, you need to go back and rewatch your face when they said that she was going to speak at her allocution. And I still haven't done that. Isn't that nuts? But yeah, I have a feeling she has more to say in Arizona. She won't take a plea deal. She will want to play her role one last time. It's her last did, like, her last chance to have the spotlight. We've already come to the conclusion that Lori doesn't care what kind of attention. Because KJ has said it before. I remember you saying this, where you said that, no, Lori, we're not all looking at you because, you're cute, or, you know, I'm saying because, or she thinks that she's a model freaking Mormon, whatever. It's not because of anything good you did, honey. It's because you murdered people. So, but she didn't care. She did not care. Yes, that's one of them. Well, that was just me. That's one of them. Personal Jesus. Another one that came to me or whatever was Buffalo Soldier by Bob Marley. I looked at the lyrics up on that. The one song, it combines Over the Rainbow or Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and What a Wonderful World. That's just something that, my mom's favorite song is What a Wonderful World. It's just one of those all-time, classics or whatever. And so when I ran across that song, I don't know how to say his last name, because it's like Isaiah, and then it starts with a K, and it's very long, and Kiko, it's Hawaiian, and I'm not gonna do that, and he's playing a ukulele, and he transitions the song from Somewhere Over the Rainbow to What a Wonderful World, and to me it encompasses Tylee and JJ for sure. Like, I don't know. Big time. Her last hurrah, right, Janelle? Yeah. This is the last of the limelight. Jane. I used to always say Jean. Because she is so very strange, bizarre, sickening. Exactly. Nobody, eyes without a face, eyes looking down. She's disgusting. She better hope that there's multiple probations. That way she can come back and maybe try again, because she regressed, if anything. uh I wonder if she ever thinks about like that. Like, oh, well, I guess when I signed the contract with uh whatever, Heavenly Father, before I came to this earth life, I didn't see this one coming, but I guess I signed my contract with him, and then was born to the earthly parents, that, or the goodly parents that I was born into, so I could be, anyways. It's just Hawaii. Oh, and I mean, I get it. There's symbolism that I look to, 11:11. I'm like, oh, I just seem to look at the time at that time. Does it mean anything? Probably not. Is it interesting to research? Yes. Horoscopes. Do I go by them? No. Do I look at them just to, because I'm curious? Sure. But I don't base my life on them. I'm just like, oh, that's interesting. But I mean, they're very repetitive and redundant too. But now, one thing that I did find that was very interesting, and I mean, this all goes to that whole thing where whenever, okay, let me not use that one, because I'm not trying to polarize the whole freaking chat. But I don't understand. Well, yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. So I don't understand this part where they say, not to use astrology or things like that, but yet how did people tell time back in the day? Wasn't it by the sun and stuff, and the alignment of the stars and the full moons, and that's when to cut your hair, when not to cut your hair, when to plant things, when not, the farmer's almanac. What's the damn difference? That's where I'm just like, what? And the Bible and everything, all that isn't that made of like the gematria or something? Like all the numbers and the 40 day, or the 40 and the 70 weeks. And I I don't know. I don't know all these things. But I'm like, isn't it kind of a double standard or something? Thank you, Fancy Nancy. Thank you. That is very generous and sweet. I do appreciate it. I do. I do. Not been doing very well in the, I mean, yeah, on the channel. And yeah, so it'll help me pay some of the whatever. It's like, oh, we couldn't pay this because you didn't have enough money in your account. I'm like, yeah. Whatever. Just here and there. But that is so very helpful. And I thank you. We thank you. Gematria makes you dizzy. Yeah. It is interesting. I'm not at all any kind of number person. Not. I mean, I count on my fingers and that's about it. I'm good at consumer math. I got you. I can balance a checkbook. I can do things like that. But I don't understand when I got to algebra, I was like, why are there numbers and letters? To this day, I've never had to use algebra. Just saying. I don't know. I wonder, see, and I also fight with the whole thing. I'm just like, well, is she going to take a plea deal? And then I'm like, hell no. Like what KJ said just now. No, she's gonna want to, first off, she's gonna want to be revenged. It's bitter. She's bitter and she cannot freaking stand my mom. So there's that. And she's just gonna be a bitch. And so I'm like, is she gonna get up there like if she were to take the stand, or is she gonna her defense gonna be like some lies, or just drag, character assassinate my uncle just like she does Joe Ryan, even to this day, in her freaking allocution, and then have her flying monkey sister carry it on, and her, I was, never mind. Hypocrite. Anyways. Oh yeah, payroll. I did it by hand for 6 years. But, I got to the point where I had plumbers, right? I worked for my uncle's plumbing company, my Uncle Bobby, and I did it all by hand every Friday, every damn Friday. I had their socials memorized. That's how, because I mean, I had to, and I just happened to, I tend to memorize dates and obviously social security numbers. I don't remember them now, but it was repetition. So yeah, I did not do well whenever we got the QuickBooks or whatever. I was like, well, I don't know what the hell to do. I was in that little window of time right as I graduated. The internet was just coming out, and yeah, so I got kind of stuck in that crack. It was very gratifying and satisfying, and I loved it too. You're not the only one. You're not the only ones. Yeah, poor me. Yeah. Hey, Kristen. It's her stage. She wants her attention. I concur. Janelle says, I can see her speaking more in Arizona. She's in her own neck of the woods now. I wonder if she likes it, or if she hated the Kauai gel because it had cockroaches and the food was horrible. Nothing ever about her children. That's the moral of the story. So, I mean, I don't know. I find it interesting. And just the what ifs and what is she doing? What does she think? And how I started to write that letter to her, but didn't know if I was going to actually send it. And anyways, 8 pages. I mean, I just couldn't stop. I look like liar, liar, with a Jim Carrey. The pen is blue or red or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I have tons of notes as always. Oh, the other thing is, and I mean, it's very, it's not an announcement. It's not official or anything, but just, I have got to, I never wanted to write a book. I still don't even want to write a book. I don't want to write a book, but I feel like I should. And KJ was one of the main ones who was just like, you got to write a book. And I'm like, what? That's who even entered that into my reality. I was like, no. I never liked to read books. This just wasn't my thing. But I really do think that it is the only freaking way. It serves as like a couple purposes, you know? It's the only way I will really be able to put down in my mind in an effective way of explaining it, because we don't have a 24-hour live stream for me to do so, nor do I have the wherewithal or the organization to do that. I'm better with putting my thoughts on paper. I don't know, but I can, as the years, ever since the murders, as you know, with the trauma, with the overwhelming, with all the emotion, with all the things, it just, I've made more run-on sentences. Like my grammar flew out the damn door. You know, I'm just like, oh, what? Yeah. Sometimes my spelling too, and I'm like, oh my god, that was like my favorite thing to do. I always spelled really well, but I don't know I don't know where to start. I don't even know where to start. But so I was on Substack because I subscribed to Goel because of the information as he's going through his investigation into the David Hamblin case that's been put on hold indefinitely for right now. Um, but being on Substack and just kind of seeing how it works, you know, and I mean, it's just another, it's like Patreon. It's just like the paywall that Chad Daybell, uh, where you had to pay, you know, to even go into that space or whatever. But this will help. It just will help me. So I finally decided to create that because it's not been used before. It's brand new. It's a clean slate. You know, I understand that it's not really as confusing as Patreon, in my opinion. And I think that's where I'm going to um, have a space where I can just start writing. I don't know, whatever it is. I just don't know where to start, but I just need to start. So anyway, so that's it's to gear up. It's like dual purpose. It's just to help me get my thoughts out and you know, on paper, so to speak. Then I can gather them up however I need to. And I mean, I wish I could just be like, here you go. I even thought about it. I even thought, KJ, I was like, you know, because there was that point, you know, you were like, I'll help you. And I was like, she don't even know what the hell she's getting into. And so I was like, I've got stacks and stacks and binders and stacks. Now I got a mess, an even bigger mess. Oh my God. But, and I'm like, you know what, Jason? I'm gonna freaking just mail all this shit to her house and just be like, here you go. Because that's a lot of, if I write them, then I tend to, you know, to remember them a lot better, a lot more. And, anyways, so it's just a whole bunch. It's 4 years of taking notes. And I think they're all important. And I just don't, I'm like, well, oh my God, you know, I need to. So now I'm thinking about scanning them and putting them, I don't even know. I need like a, an, a robot filer. Yeah. What did you say? Come to Tennessee. I know. I even thought about that too. Or we can come there and I will help you outline. I don't even, yeah. Cause like, I'm like, outline. I remember them. I remember what an outline was, and I just don't remember how to do one. That's what I'm saying. It's like some things just got wiped from my brain. And I don't know if it's just, the new stuff that came in and or if it just brain fog, you know. KDH says, which KDH always, y'all. Actually, that's really what I should do is just share the links. KDH sends them all the time. All the time. I have a feeling that Lori wants to go back to Idaho. Yeah. The women's prison was probably much nicer than Australia. And you got to think, just Idahoans, period. They're good people. There are good people there. Okay. And they're very nice. And so I just see them being a lot nicer in Idaho as well. But anyways, yeah, I mean, like this note right here. Oh yeah, and then this is like the revelation of Saint John the Divine, and this is like Mormon style though. Second coming events. Here you go. Edited by the Joseph Smith translation of the Bible. Chapter 1, Introduction. Chapter 2 and 3, Instructions and Counsel to the Church. Chapter 4, Creation and the Vision of Heaven. Let's go to Second Coming events. Chapter 8 9 will be the Warning Trumpets. Chapter 10, Adam announces the end of the wicked. Mission of John. Chapter 11, Bankruptcy. I'm joking. Battle of Armageddon. Chapter 12, Addendum, Premortal Battle of Christ versus Satan. Chapter 13, Addendum, Political and Religious Kingdoms of the Devil. And chapter 14, Addendum, Harvest, first of righteous and then of the wicked. Chapter 15 describes what the righteous gathered in the first harvest will experience. Chapter 16 describes what the wicked experience. Well, we know what that is. Chapter 17, the kingdom and fall of Babylon. Chapter 18, fall of Babylon and the world's response. Chapter 19, coming of the Lord. Chapter 20, millennium, the end of mortal world and judgment. Chapter 21, resurrection, celestial earth. Think celestial, huh? Chapter 22, celestial earth and epilogue. And so I'd found this a long time ago. And yeah, there's a lot of things that I have run across. But like this is my pawpaws. This is Countdown to the End of Time. This is my pawpaws book. I mean, it's just a little page or whatever. He says, are we living? Oh my God. Let me mute myself. Let me try this again. All right. Countdown to the end of time. Are we living in the end times? Quote, countdown to the end of time, unquote, provides the answer to this question and reveals the secrets of heaven and earth. Find out the true meaning of 666. Well, that's Lori's phone number. I'm joking. Who the whore of Babylon is. He was straight up talking about his future daughter-in-law here. That's my pawpaw. Because she's the whore of Babylon. Anyways, I'm just reading it. Night, KJ. So glad you came tonight. Came visit us tonight. Such a toxic subject to write about, even via a ghostwriter. Yeah, and it's a lot. It's a lot. Period. Find out the great detail. Find out about the great warning from God, the rapture, the second coming of Jesus, the end of the world, the signs that will let you know when the major events are going to take place. Included are numerous miraculous pictures to let you know the truth. Contributors by author Leland Vallow. And it's free. You can go to lula.com. You can download. It's like 54 pages, but the last page is blank. So countdown to the end of time. Anyways, yeah, it's one of them things. Visions of Glory, page 217. These are quotes that I wrote down. It says, quote, it was at this time that two prophets were called to Zion to go and alter the course of the Jewish people. I knew who they were at that time, but I have not retained that memory. Okay. I believe they were members of the Quorum of the 12 who were serving in Zion. And then that's unquote. Timeline review. New Jerusalem. Oh my God. New Jerusalem. Antichrist comes to power. 2 prophets go to Israel. Armageddon. 3 woes. Number 1 is a series of wars leading up to Armageddon. One is 5 months long and opens the 7th seal. 5-month war, most likely second civil war in U.S. One is 13 months long and leads into Armageddon. I don't know what that 13 months is most likely World War III. Number 2 is Armageddon. It's 3.5 years long. Oh, it's a check mark. Number 3 is when the Savior destroys the wicked during the second coming. And Babylon has fallen. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I've got lots and lots and lots. Okay. Oh, here's my notes on Book of Mormon evidence. Hold on. David Reed, Faces of a Nephite. He's a DNA studies expert, attorney, and a judge. Ryan Nelson, April 2021, Book of Mormon Evidence Conference, Virtual Expo. Does the geography of the Book of Mormon matter? No. I'm just kidding. That's what it says. Full talk at Book of Mormon Evidence Streaming.com. So much of me wanted to just pay for this, but then I was like, I'll be damned. I ain't paying them. Shit. But I'm so nosy too. I just want to know. But then it says K. Godfrey, Book of Mormon Expo, which just used to piss me off because I'm like, here they are, just whipping and nay-naying, right? They're just still going at it. And then, then you see like David Barton, you see Glenn Beck and Tim Ballard, and they're at all these things, right? And actually, who was it? It was Lynn Packer talking to Mormonism Live. And there was this comment that he said to Radio Free Mormon, and he was like, something about Tom Harrison. He was like, well, I mean, or maybe it was Mormonism Live, Radio Free Mormon. And Lynn Packer was like, well, I don't know. We all know what Tom Harrison does, or I don't remember what it was exactly. And I was like, what? I want to know. You guys don't realize how much of this puzzle you hold for me, And that's anybody who's been a Mormon. I mean, y'all really do hold a lot of answers. Then you just don't even know it. But anyways, it says Rod and Tanya Meldrum. That's his wife. Holyoke was her maiden name. July 26, 2022. Description. Firm Foundation President Rod L. Meldrum discusses the significance of an ancient Hopewell earthworks of Newark, Ohio, and correlations with the Book of Mormon. Then there's these are videos, is what it was. Graham Carman, Hartman Rector Jr., emeritus member of the First Quorum of the 70. Hartman Rector Jr. shares his thoughts about this Book of Mormon research in the heartland of America. Dr. Robert Fuller on the ancient Hopewell civilization of North America. Owner of the Zermatt Resort and spa in Midway, Utah. And then there is source Dr. Roger Kennedy, a former director of the Smithsonian Institute, in an interview from mid-2009, and is shown in the documentary film soon to be released titled, quote, The Lost Civilizations of North Civilizations. I didn't say that right. The lost civilizations of North America, unquote. Then we have Jason Mao, Richard, Dick Jason Mao. That's his name. Okay. The doors were locked. I was so impressed at the way she put all the timeline and links together and used it kind of like an outline. The doors were locked. Who's that? It's the channel or something? Interesting. I love organized people because I'm not. I know me. I mean, some things I can be, but not this. It's too massive. Chandler, Arizona. Preparing a people, Chandler, Arizona. Separation 7/1/17. Victim. I don't know what that says. Assault possible. Dateline Keith Morrison 3920. Christy Lucas Fredericks Mao. Also an author, part of their cult, quote, retired, unquote, PD, Phoenix Detective, Warrior Up podcast with Melanie Gibbs. That's back when I was saying Gibbs. TheWarChapters.com. Jason Mao, author. Lots and lots of stuff that, you know. Okay, here we go. Ooh, here we go. This says, it's her Substack. Huh. Me too. Me too. I think so. I think it's a damn good idea. Squeak, you will. I really do. If anything, I've thought about this. This is straight up legit my thoughts. I was like, this is the only time I wish that Alex, and this is my fantasy as far as like how I would envision it going. If Alex Cox was still alive, I'd want him to be the shooter. That's all. And then, whatever. And then he comes back as a zombie. And then, anyways, I'm just kidding. But because he's such a shit shot, Mr. Going to the firing range. I mean, what did he do? Play on his phone? Because he sure, he had one job. And I mean, this is just me being kind of snarky and just kind of like, you suck. Because because they were just so conceited about everything. It's just so in your face, broad daylight, in your face, in plain sight, doing the most heinous, horrendous acts known to man, and against children, especially against children were involved, and not just any children, but his own freaking niece and nephew. It just is terrible. How? And your son or your brother-in-law. Well, thank you, Silver Linings. Thank you for your efforts. Thank you for your efforts to get justice for Charles and all the victims, the dead, and the living. We certainly support you in these efforts. Well, thank you. That's very, very nice and generous of you as well. I do appreciate that. Your support means a lot. It really does. Thank you. I know I don't make a lot of sense a lot of the time, but it also doesn't make sense. None of the time. All the time, it makes no sense. But it is. It's justice through understanding, right? That's what it is. And they're worth it. They're definitely worth it. Always have been. They're right here. That's where they that way they're, watching. I've got to think about them. They're always in my heart. And always part of this too. Truth be told, I think he missed Tammy on purpose that day. I do too. Do you think that too? I do too. Like kind of like I don't know. For that day, or his gun wasn't even loaded. I don't think his heart was in it, and he knew what he was doing wasn't God's way. Like he was starting to get to that, conclusion. Maybe I think. I thought that too. And then not only that, but when you're at the trial and they're showing you, y'all freaked out because it wasn't, and I mean, there's a picture of, my nephew and his, I mean, I can picture it right now. The red pajamas that he was wearing, that's basically what they showed at the trial, but there was these pictures. This is day 2, so this was Ray Hermosillo. Mom didn't show up that morning because her and Brandon went and had brunch or whatever, and I'm glad she didn't show up. Because I mean, it was very triggering, and I aborted mission as fast as I could, only to have to return because Lori, hers did not want to face the music, and that's when she didn't want to go and be there the rest of the damn day. Well, so it was just me and Larry and my Uncle Jerry and my Aunt Melanie and my Aunt Susan. I think Aunt Susan was there. Anyways, so they start showing the ghillie suit, and you're just like, okay. As they're showing all these things, they showed the monkey mask. Y'all know I'm freaked out about the monkey mask because it wasn't just a Halloween mask. It wasn't just a Halloween costume mask that, I mean, it could be Batman. It could be the Grouch or something. It could be anything. But it was the monkey. And so that was significant because of Melanie Pulowski's text with the monkey, so I'm like, what? They talk with all this stupid code talk crap. And so you're just like, well, what's the significance in that? And then you start thinking, okay, well, the monkey mask, what were they doing to these kids? Why did they have all this stuff? And then, just things start to sink in. Then I saw the rope, the black rope with the green, the lime green color intertwined, and it was very thin rope. Then you roll of duct tape. Then you just all these things compounded together. And then you're just like, oh my God, if I could have exited my body and just floated out of there, that'd have been great. Because you can't just jump up and make a scene. And I would have made a scene. Instead, I grabbed my earbuds, put them in, they're whatever, noise canceling. And then I knew that like KJ was reading the tweets as Nate Eaton was tweeting them out and everything. But I couldn't even like turn it to her channel because I don't know. So I flipped my phone, my YouTube app open, and I just started clicking on different songs. And I mean, just trying to ground myself because I was like, oh my God, as soon as I have the chance, I am bolting like Michael Bolton out the damn door like Michael Bolton. There's your corny joke, rubbing it. And I did too, like as soon as Judge Boyce was like, okay, we're gonna, take a break for lunch. So I'll rise, right? And I'm just like Lori is about maybe 10 feet, I guess. I don't know. I suck with math and distance and things and measurements, but I mean 10 to 15 feet away, tops. And I mean, there's a couple times, day 1, day 2, you do make eye contact briefly. First time I smiled at her, I was like, like, I don't know. It's weird. It's awkward. Then, there's sometimes I would just be looking at her like, oh my God, what the hell? Who are you? You're not the person that you showed me or anybody else for that matter. But well, anyway, so all rise, and he's letting the jury out and we're going to lunch. And so, I always have like a backpack or something because I bring things to do. I brought Visions of Glory book with me. I sure did. I sure did. Not for that day, but I'm just saying I did bring that. Okay. So there's this one point. So we're standing up, right? Jury's being let out, and we locked eyes. That's that day that we just locked eyes. forever. It felt like it was awkwardly long. Yeah. And we locked eyes, but I kind of zoned out at the same time too. Kind of like looking past her or through her or whatever. But either way, it was a long, awkward stare that was weird. And then finally, the courtroom daddy, one of the bailiffs or whatever, he was like, "Ma'am, like, are you gonna get your stuff and get out?" Basically. And I was like, "I'm coming," and I broke contact and I was like, "I'm coming." And so I put my stuff together, got it together, and I left. And I was not planning on coming back. And I was within walking distance to my parents' condo. So I get to my parents' condo, but Larry was still at the courthouse. I was going to meet mom because I was not going back. I was so triggered by all the things that I saw that they were using to do whatever to these children and Tammy. Anyways, so I get to the condo. Mom had just got back. She wasn't there, but she had just got back with some groceries. So I helped her unload the groceries and she was going to make spaghetti. And I was like, hell yeah, I'm down for some spaghetti. And so we get everything up into the condo and we're just talking and she's putting things away and we're putting things away. She gets a text, I think, or a phone. I don't remember if it was a text or a phone call. And she was like, "Oh my God, we got to go." And I was like, "What? No, mom, it's a trap." I'm like, "Don't you go. It's bad stuff they're showing right now." But she was like, "I don't know. Lori's like freaking out." And I was like, "Oh my God. Okay, let's go." So we got in a vehicle. We could have probably ran there faster, but we got in a vehicle. We parked illegally. Maybe not. Allegedly. I'll just say that. But we did. And so we have to hurry up and get there. And so we got in there up to the courtroom and they shut the doors, right behind us. And that's when Lori didn't want to be there the rest of the day. And I just automatically, I didn't think much of it at the time, but when we had that long stare exchange, whatever, hadn't had time to even think about it. But then whenever she didn't want to come back, I was like, "Oh my God." I thought about the long stare exchange, and I'm not saying it had anything to do with me or that exchange, but it's worth noting because I'm like, did she see something in me that was shown to her? I don't know. I don't know if she saw something in my eyes or through my eyes or whatever. I don't know how to explain it because it was weird. It was weird. But no, there was no communication between the two of us, if that makes any, because I mean, I just kind of zoned out, but it was just peering, locking eyes with her. And then I don't know. I hope she saw that. I hope she saw my uncle. I hope she saw my nephew. And I hope she saw Tylee. And I hope she saw Tammy. I hope she saw herself through my eyes. And she's just very, she disappointed a lot me, and she's disappointed a lot of us. And I mean, it's very difficult. It's very difficult because you know this person. You knew this person personally, and then all this, and then you're just like, what do you do with all this? Who is this person? Because I don't know that person anymore. Her and Chad became the zombie. Whoa, my thing just cut out. But anyways, I think we should kind of end on that note. I'm getting a little emotional again. Not that, it's just difficult. It's just difficult. I did watch this little, it was like I don't even know what channel it was on. It was a news channel or something like that. And I mean, maybe y'all can Google it later. Yeah, Tammy, sweet Tammy, a seemingly wonderful, kind, loving, devoted mom, wife, friend, worker, grandmother too, helper, and to be so deeply betrayed. I can't imagine. I can't imagine. Yeah, it's the same thing, that I picture about my Uncle Charles. I mean, just those moments right before you're murdered, and kind of as he's fading out, I picture him looking right at Lori, and she's standing there, and I mean, I wasn't there. I'm just saying what I picture. And as he's fading out, he's just like, you, like A2 Brute, kind of like that, but like you. And I see the same thing with Tylee. Yeah. Like that's your mom, that's your uncle, and those are everything's so heightened. I can only imagine, with those traumatizing last moments of your life, and your mother's there. You can the smells, the sounds, just all the things that I would think would rush through you, and just be like, my mom, like, oh God, it's heartbreaking. It really is. It really, really is. But anyway, so this commercial, or not commercial, but just Google Prisneyland. I was like, what in the actual hell? Pris Prisneyland, right? Prisneyland. And so I know that they're building a billion-dollar or multi-billion-dollar. I don't quite know. I don't know exactly, but Spencer Cox, the governor of Utah, there's like this a new prison they're building allegedly in Utah, and I wonder if it's gonna be like this one that was in California that I watched earlier, Prisneyland. But it's about reform, and I feel so different about the different people. I'm like, well, you know, like, I don't know. For other people, I'm just like, it's fine, reform is good. But then it's like with Chad and Lori, I'm like, but I don't want them to enjoy anything. But then it's just such a, oh, I feel different things for different people and on different days, depending on the mood. But Lori was flirting with the judge, talking that slow baby talk. That's another thing I've been catching up on, Donna, is Gypsy Rose. I mean, yeah, Gypsy Rose, right? Did I say that right? Anyways, me and my daughter talked on the phone for almost 2 hours Friday, and we were just going on and on and on about what she knew about Gypsy Rose and what I knew. We were just going back and forth. It was funny. I'm like, listen to us. Yeah. Uh, yeah. I was like, what if we run into her at Walmart one day or something, Like, and so before me and Ashlyn hung up, she was like, Mom, Gypsy Rose went and ate at Cancun restaurant. I was like, oh my God. It's just like, okay, APB or something. We're keeping track of her. It's flooding in your area. Oh no. Well, keep dry. Keep dry, Julie Co. Not Julie Rowe. Oh, I might run into her at the Walmart. Oh my goodness, can you imagine? Anyways, well, this was just kind of I don't know, a no rhyme or reason to this live stream, just that it's our regular meeting day. And, there was a lot of going on with Jason being in the hospital again. And just sometimes it just needs to not have, a topic or a schedule. We know it's going to be about them. It's going to be about the people surrounding them. Y'all know, we know the drill by now. We're almost 5 years into this now. I mean, my family, me and my family for sure, because yeah, I mean, this started 5 years ago around for sure around New Year's. I remember that 2018. But I do appreciate you guys. And I just want to say thank you again to Silver Linings Podcast, Rex and or Adam. That was very nice and generous and thoughtful, and appreciated. It's something that we all share, that we all grieve so differently, but isn't it kind of the same, and thank you, KJ. That's very, very awesome of you guys. It's really hard to think about not alone to imagine. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no, I got it. Okay. It's hard to think about not alone to imagine what JJ and Tylee went through those last moments. It's been one of the things that just bothers me. Bothers me. But yeah, that's an understatement. That's an understatement for sure. And I love you too, Beach Bum. And Detective's Daughter. Oh, thank you. Trace on the Case. Thank you. And Donna and Beach Bum. Y'all are my girls. And I appreciate you so very much. Anyways, we'll see you Tuesday, right? See you next Tuesday. This Tuesday. And we'll talk about some more of Chad Daybell. We're gonna still prep for his upcoming trial. So after we get off here, I'm gonna go ask Jason what all these court papers mean, and then we'll have more informed decisions and information then. But anyways, love you guys, and we will talk to you later. Justice for Tylee, Charles, Tammy, JJ, and Joe. Love always wins. You guys are proof of this. Remember.